Okay, can you check now?
Nag-order na ako kay ano. Nag-order na ako, di ba? Nag-order na kay Nini.
Can you see? Can you see Jane? Okay, it's live. Siguro we can start na. Introduce ourselves. But ang problema ko is it's uploading. I can't read. He's calling me. Hello? 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 Answering. Hey, 3G na.
Ako kasi sigurado na ako wala na ako. Okay lang po picture. Yeah. Yung may nakita kang box sa mata. Patay ko rin. Of course.
Ako rin, Jules. Ma'am, kasi kailan po?
Ah, okay, it's live. Naku, pati picture taking nyo.
Sa pa.
Wala ba si Carlo? You wanna talk na, Jane? Nag-live na siya. No, we will take turns, ha?
You want me to read?
No, we'll take turns kasi there are others kasi here. Take turns.
Per issue. Kasi
Per issue.
Kasi pag isa-isa, parang pareho.
So, just make her last statement.
No, we'll make her talk talaga first about the meeting.
Kunin mo lang.
Siguro, Jane, or you can tweet this is the URL. Live.
Are you the one Hindi lahat. Campaigning.
Shit, yeah. Nag-live na.
Hindi pa ba mag-start?
We'll start na.
Start na.
Oo. Kasi at least for the nurses party. Pero I hope somebody can hear it.
Hindi ba pwede papatay?
Can somebody test? Because I cannot hear anything yet.
Maingay ba yung aircon?
Okay, test. Mic test. Mic test. We can still start something.
I'm trying to get online.
Ha? Okay. Kaya nga kanina pa ako.
I will moderate first.
Ayan.
Yeah, can you start? Kasi I'm already live.
Oh, hello. All right. Hi everyone. Okay. Si Carl had some difficulties. The company is dad to the hospital. So
Okay.
anyway, he's on his way here, pero bit of a question mark whether he'll be able to get here.
Sino yan?
Yung dad po ni Carlo up there. So I'll moderate first. So hi everyone. So baka we can start by just introducing ourselves
Yes.
first. So I'm Mike Palacios of Havoc Digital, and I'm helping out with Ma'am's campaign.
Can you explain how you came in?
Well, we've always been huge supporters of the family and their initiatives ever since we started we started, and parang we help them with everything from digital marketing, social media, and stuff like that. So we started way back in 2010, and here we are again in 2013. And so it should be interesting. And maybe can we introduce everyone around? Yes.
I'm Lida Fernandez. I write for Interaction.com.
TV's
Website.
TV5.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am Julius Mariano. I write for Bloggers.
I'm Naomi Dada, mom blogger. Introduced your husband. We interviewed your husband many years ago. 4 years ago.
Yeah. So you're together.
Yes, I'm an editor of Blog Watch.
Blog.
One Vote. One Vote is a network of netizens covering the elections. So
One Vote.
we're
Kasi
just the
meron isang
convener.
One Vote.
Yeah, the one. Yeah. We're also partners.
Yes.
We do their
I
online.
met them in Nueva Ecija, sa Carabao Center.
Right.
They're doing advocacy for the youth to be involved. I was their guest.
Jane?
Okay, I'm Jane Uy Matiao. I'm also with Blog Watch. And we were in this very place when we interviewed your husband 2 years ago. 3 years ago.
Okay, thank you.
Chelsea Chua also.
I was also
Nice. Okay.
You'll
And
never-
Malaki pala
Did you
kayo,
introduce
di
yourself
ba?
po?
Ang Blog Watch.
Yes, we
It's
are
an organization of,
citizen advocates,
pero puro vloggers kayo.
social media users and bloggers.
And how do you define Blog Watch as an organization?
It's a loose, it's a
Very, very loose group of friends.
Group of
We started
friends.
out, we're all friends actually.
Ah,
When we started out.
we're not
Kasi akala
incorporated.
ko company.
No, we're not.
We're not even registered.
We're not
Ah,
registered.
okay. Now I
Anyway, we
understand.
started showing your statement sometime Saturday, and it spurred a discussion. And then we thought at that time that the digital media will pick it up and help you with the we thought was damage control, not realizing that it would your Twitter would shut down on Sunday. So I think maybe
We resumed the
Yes.
evening of
maybe
Sunday.
you could start by explaining really what happened to the nurses situation, what it really meant into context,
Oh, yeah.
and why you shut down Twitter.
I
Because
don't
those are
know,
the questions.
something happened there. I am not the one.
Okay, so maybe we'll ask Mike
How
later.
about, I'll pitch in a little bit. Okay.
Okay, maybe
But
Cynthia Villarcan.
Baka maybe we can start with, it seemed like that's like a really long question.
No, but-
maybe we break
but-
it up into individual.
No, that's the first, but the others we will ask.
Yes.
We want to get this out of the way.
No, just get the nursing thing out of
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah, because they want to ask other questions.
We want to ask other
But this
questions.
one, we have to get it out of the
Oh,
way so
yeah.
that our
Oo.
people who were asking.
Oo.
And 30 seconds is not really enough.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yes, we have 31 here.
Yes, for 3 hours. For
31 seconds.
Sige ma'am, just go ahead.
Yeah, you ask.
You're- Well, basically people were just wondering, number one, what you meant by rumors, because nobody knew what it meant, and there's no such thing as a rumor.
Yes.
And basically just to give you a chance to expound, because we know that you were cut off after 30 seconds. So what do you really mean by rumors?
First of all, I want to apologize to the nurses if they think I meant to hurt them, but I did not intend to do so. I was answering a question about the situation that happened 7 years ago. And I was explaining yung solution namin to the problem of the closure of the School of Nursing. And And I was trying to explain to Winnie that we would have wanted that if i-close ang school, they will give a certificate to the students who will not finish their course because the schools were closed, na mabigyan sila ng certificate of what they have accomplished in school, that's 2 years, so that they can find work in health-related facilities na hindi naman sila PSN. And how do you describe that? Wala akong ma-find a word to describe that. So nasabi ko yung room nurse, which tingin ng mga nurses hindi tama. Yun lang yun. So I made a mistake in the choice of words. Pero I was talking of students who didn't finish BSN during the closure, because of the closure of the school, that they get a certificate so that they can also work in health-related facilities, not necessarily nurses, kasi hindi naman nila natapos yung BSN nila. Diba?
So is that all you want to say on the issue?
It's a very difficult issue, and they were telling me that I caused the resignation of but the nurses are not interested in that. They're interested on how that statement came about. I was telling Winnie Monsod that I was chairman of the Committee on Higher Technical Education. We would have wanted that those students who will be displaced will be given certificate of what they have accomplished in school so they can work in health-related facilities. Kasi during that time, ang laki-laki din ang demand not only for nurses but for caregivers, nursing assistant, or whatever, midwives, or whatever other related health services. Maybe they can qualify in that area para hindi naman nasayang yung kanilang work sa school at yung pera na na-spend ng parents there, ng kanilang parents, to send them to school.
Just as a last, would you want to address the nurses now? Because there are many who are, even friends of mine who are nurses in New York, initially reacted, negatively. So
Yeah.
if maybe you'd
Because
like to address,
I want to ask I want to apologize that when I said room nurse, I'm not talking of nurses. I'm talking of students who did not finish BSN because of the closure of the school, to be given certificates so they can work as whatever position they are entitled to in a health-related facility, not necessarily nurse, kasi hindi naman sila natapos ng nursing. So, I was not able to finish the sentence because you're given only 30 seconds to answer. And mali pa yung choice ko ng room nurse. Ayaw nila kasi na, I don't know how they want to call that position. But parang hindi natapos ng BSN. But they can work in health-related facilities because they have finished 2 years of BSN.
Ma'am, you said your father was a doctor?
Yes, municipal health officer for 10 years.
I see.
During when I was young. And my auntie, the sister of my father, was the head of the outpatient facility, a nurse of PGH during her time. So, and many of the sister and mga nieces are nurses. So, it's not a profession I do not like. There are many in my family who are nurses. It's just that I was misquoted. I didn't find the right words to say because I was answering to a question for 30 seconds. I am given 30 seconds to answer the question. And it's a difficult issue during that time because during that time there were 33 nursing schools which will be closed, and we were trying to find a common ground that will be acceptable to CHED, to the schools that will be closed, to the nursing students, to the teachers. But it got out of hand. It went beyond us because one of the schools filed a case. So it went to court. When it goes to courts, it's beyond us already. So what happened afterwards, I cannot anymore interfere because when you go to court, then it's the court who will decide. which will decide the case.
Yeah, I have two questions. So first is, I heard your statement. So what do you think of the privatization of governmental
I'm not in
institutions?
favor of that. Because I was doing oversight for our Las Piñas General Hospital. That hospital is situated in my district. It started as a small hospital, 30 bed. And in the years that I helped it, it became a tertiary hospital. And I saw the kind of patients who go to that hospital. Lahat sila mahirap. So pag pinrivatize mo, I don't think yung mga private hospital will be able to service the poor people kasi wala naman silang pera eh. O they don't have money, that's why they go to government POH operated hospital. And we found that many of our public officials in their CDF, they give a fund to those kind of hospital para pag may magpapagamot na mahirap, dun tatanggalin yung mga gastos. So I don't think it will work in a private setting.
Will this be part of your?
Yes, I will fight for that.
Okay. And then next question is, this is the same as what Ma'am Ninoy asked earlier. So, why did you close the account and remove the statement, etc.? So, I guess.
No, I was not. There was someone managing the account for me. I'm not.
Can Mike answer that?
Okay. I actually was out of town when the account was disabled. I think someone internally within
Close it,
within
maybe.
the organization kind of made that call due to the kind of, I guess, an unprecedented level of concern about
Maybe
sentiment.
they felt that they cannot anymore take yung mga
Yeah.
bad comments. So they closed it temporarily, but we opened it up.
So it was down between not down, sorry, down unpublished from about 5 o'clock in the afternoon to about 10:30, 11 o'clock in the evening.
But they opened it up.
But
Baka
I
yung
think-
nag-manage didn't want to see all those bad comments.
Pero that's part of it, right?
Yes. The immediate recommendation actually when we found out the account was closed
Open
was
it up.
to say let's reopen as quickly as we can. Since it's closed anyway, but the decision had already been made to be closed. Let's take the time na rin to get our bearings and take stock of the response to date and really figure out figure out the most appropriate response for everyone. And
So it's not a group decision.
No.
Just someone.
the decision to close, I think, was someone who I guess was just overwhelmed. Just one person in the organization who parang how do I escalate this?
So it was a knee-jerk reaction.
It was a very knee-jerk reaction.
So we were under the impression that Cynthia Villar already had a social media team before this happened. So
Meron naman, maliit lang.
it was,
Hindi
so
magagaling.
you see the need for a social media team right
Hindi
now?
naman.
I mean,
They want to volunteer because they're working with our company.
but before that it was not that
No,
active.
it's an informal thing.
Do you believe not that you need a more formal one now?
Maybe some people to help, but not really a big thing.
But we are talking of 400,000 nurses already talking about it.
We will see.
And they say that they're going to call all the OFWs. They're saying it right now. I don't know if that's true.
What would be the strategy now of the social media team to handle this particular?
I have talked to some of them already, and I have talked to the Philippine Nursing Association, and they just want my apology, and we're going to talk about it. Kasi what I can do is, it's not against OFWs. We have been helping OFWs. It's just that I didn't make the right word. I didn't say the right word.
But because it was social media that kind of spread it out, it might be good to really have a professional strategy to be able to
We will see. We will see.
I think right now, a lot of them are still open, the nurses and their families, they're open to hearing from you.
Yeah.
Because they realize that 30 seconds is not good enough. But I think something that will directly address or for you to really reach out to them, I think it's very important at this point.
We'll take that up.
Well, I think one of the things is, I think one thing's very clear is that, I think it's something that started maybe in 2010 and it's now extended to 2013. That the election process, the participation of the citizen doesn't just come on election day. It's like 3 to 6 months before, constant engagement. So we're starting that. We're getting together. We're mobilized, and I think one of the things that we can take away from all this is the importance of constant engagement with the public, and it's not just it's part of that political process, but it's just social media makes that so a lot easier to do.
There's a comment related to that right now that the person thinks you don't really care about social media.
No. It's just that we have been trying. When you do an organization on social media on your end, it doesn't come overnight. You have to develop it. And I guess that's not our forte yet. You cannot say that you can build a social media group overnight. It has to evolve. And I think our evolution is not that fast.
They know you are not social media savvy, so now they're blaming the social media team, your social media team, whoever they are.
We will try to improve.
Okay. Yes, Anna, Jeanette.
Anything else before
Related to this before we move on.
I think the problem started from video. Yeah. After that, did you come up with a video at least of explaining the situation?
I think one of this is actually part of the fact that we're all here together. I think is a start, and we felt that if we kind of actually produce the video ourselves, it'd be a little self-serving. We wanted it to be, to be, I guess, legitimate. And part of it, part of face-to-face with them. Yeah,
like that.
and that's why we're all here, and you'll see us over the next couple of days here and there. So
In fact, that's what we thought.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, the digital media would do something, and then the next thing we know, the Twitter account was closed.
Yeah.
So we were so shocked.
yeah, I fell off my chair.
Okay, so you weren't the only one, and they were all badgering me. Who's that social media thing? I didn't want to say anything because I had to confirm there was really one.
So we're, but the fact is we're all together now,
Okay.
and we're kind of, they're kind of like nabuo na yung kind of like brain trust to people.
Will this be a social media team just for the elections, or is this something that you would like to
It
continue
will
when,
continue
if ever
because
you
it's
get
a source
elected?
of information. Kasi if you will do your work, then it will be good that the people will know what to do.
So you will keep your Twitter account,
Yes.
and you will continue to
Yes,
answer
yes.
on social media
Yes.
even after you're
Yes.
elected.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll ask
And nothing. We can move on now.
Can we move on from the
Okay, one
nurses
last
Are you guys good?
On the nursing, is that still on?
Yeah, one
Oh, you
Yes,
can
yes,
ask
yes,
question. Yeah, mabuti na yung tanongin
Let
lahat.
it out, let it
para-
out.
Ilabas na lahat.
Huwag kayong mahiya sa akin. I'm not guilty. It's just that I was not given the enough time to answer, and I was not able to find the right word to describe it. Ngayon, hindi ko na nga rin mahanap yung word kasi everything hindi maganda eh.
comment before that. Therefore, it was a wrong choice of words or poor communication skills.
I wouldn't say that I'm a good communicator. That's parang pinupuri ko yung sarili ko. But I think wrong choice of words, and maybe the situation is not so good during that time because there was some insinuation that I did something wrong, which I felt very bad because I didn't have a hand in it. Yeah, it caught me off guard, that insinuation, so I'm not in a good position. It's okay. It's part of the campaign. I have accepted it. You know, when you're in public life, there are ups and downs, and this is one of the downs. So I'll just do my work and take it from there.
Okay.
After causing offense to our Filipino nurses, how do you think you're going to fare in the upcoming elections?
I have no idea. I will try my best, and I will just do my work and then take it from there. I have no idea, and I'm not thinking about it.
Okay, follow up to that. How come you were, based on the survey, it says that you are supposedly stopping it. So what was the winning factor there? Winning in the survey
You know,
factor.
if you look at the surveys through the months, it's up and down, up and down. So we don't even know what makes it go up and down. You know, we're just making theories about it, but they are just theories.
No, there must be something that you're doing. You know
Maybe
what-
I'm communicating well,
in what
and they
area?
like my message, livelihood for the people. Because I think the issue now is jobs and livelihood. And so if your message is that, they like it.
You have a question?
Yeah, there's a question here. Why did you particularly choose Hanep Buhay in your ads? I mean,
Because-
why do you associate that with yourself?
During the last 12 years of my life, I'm doing livelihood projects. In my district, I was able to build livelihood projects in my barangays, in all my barangays.
Some examples.
Like water lily weaving, coconut weaving, conversion of organic, or rather kitchen and garden waste into organic fertilizer. It's manufacturing out of waste. Kasi ang my livelihood project started as an environmental project. We're having flooding and our rivers are dirty. They said that I have to clean the river so we will not flood in our district. When I was cleaning the river, dredging, I found that all the contents of our river are waste. So ang reason is that my constituents are throwing waste into the river. Sabi ko, if I do dredging and they do not stop throwing waste, nothing will happen to our program. So I started to find technology to process waste, and that became their livelihood. I was thinking, if that becomes their livelihood, then they will not throw away the waste. So that happened. So I built livelihood projects in my barangay, processing waste. The first is the water lily because they're causing flooding. Then the next one is the waste coconut husk into coconut. Coconut are used for riprapping instead of cement, and it is 80% cheaper than cement. Then I converted our kitchen and garden waste into organic fertilizer kasi ginagamit ko rin yon pamigay sa mga farmers kasi maraming farmers hindi naman sila makabili ng fertilizer. Then the plastic, we pulverize the plastic to be raw materials for hollow block and pavers, because if you put plastic in hollow blocks and pavers with the sand and the cement, the hollow blocks become sturdier. So good material. And now we're building a factory making use of waste plastic into school chairs. Nakuha namin yung technology sa Davao. And then we are waste paper, we are turning into handmade paper for gift boxes, gift bags, for stationaries, for diplomas and all that. I learned that from a small town in Misamis Oriental na ang livelihood nila doon, the whole town is making handmade paper. Sa lie, di ba? And they're exporting it to Japan and Germany. So, my idea is to collect all the technology to process waste and do it para mabawasan yung waste namin, para hindi nila i-throw into the river. In fact, I won a UN award for that in 2011.
So that was what you were doing for your constituents. How do you bring that advocacy?
No, I have
to
brought
the-
it. When I finished my term as congresswoman in 2010, I became the managing director of Villar Foundation. As of today, I have established 111 all over the
111
Philippines. Livelihood
livelihood
projects
projects.
all
What
over
is
the
that-
Philippines.
What is that in terms of pesos? In terms of the income
siguro,
value to this 100?
Kasi lahat ng livelihood ko, parang it's a small factory. So ang beneficiary usually 50 families. I don't build for individual. I build for a community. So ang beneficiary nito is usually 50 families per livelihood project. So kung halimbawa 111 times 50 families, so thousands of families.
Is that going to be one of the priority
Yeah,
advocacies in the Senate
no,
for you?
no, it's the my advocacy, personal advocacy with the Villar Foundation. And I'm going to do it. I promise them that I am going to do it in the next 10 years to be able to reach we have 1,600 towns and cities in the Philippines. I've only reached 111. I have a long way to go.
Is there a legislation that's needed to push that?
More of
Support system, because sometimes we need incentives.
Kasi
or-
dito, you buy machineries, you do training. It's more executive than legislative. Ngayon, kung halimbawa may budget, you are able to put, kasi budgeting is legislation also. You put it in a national budget. If we can put more, then we do more, diba? But as a person, I can do it with what I have. Kaya lang, it's not as fast, but I think kasi in Las Piñas, I did it in 9 years, every barangay. So, maybe another 10 years would be my But if the government can help me in the process, then it will be faster. Ang kapartner ko naman dito, mga LGUs and NGOs. Yung mga LGUs na willing that I put the projects in their locality, or the NGOs who are willing to partner with me. Parang group of people also. Because if I do a project in a city, hindi naman ako taga Metro Manila ako, in a province, I cannot be there all the time. I have to have a partner there who will continue the work after I have established the factory. It's a small factory in a community na benefiting 50 families. Usually, yun ang model. I have a model.
So it's a social enterprise?
Yeah, social enterprise. It's a social business. That's yun ang hanep buhay ko. Because when they ask me, ano ba yung ginawa mo? Because I have to be identified with something that I have done. And that is what I have done during the last 12 years. Establishing small factories in the communities. Kaya ganun ang model ko. Kasi ang tina-target mo are people who cannot go to the formal workplace because the women, they have children. So, they cannot leave their children. And some of them, alam mo, to go to a formal workplace, you have to be high school graduate. Diba? Minimum requirement yan, miski factories. Hindi naman sila high school graduate. What will happen to them? So, yun yung model ko. So, I just teach them the skills. And these are manual skills. So, hindi naman kailangan mataas ang pinag-aralan mo. And then, it's feasible because my livelihood centers are beside their houses. I build livelihood center near their houses where they can walk and bring their children. So while working, the children are playing.
A follow-up to that. Would this be a good model for the OFW families? Or do you have any other plans? For
No,
the
we have this
global-
OFW and Family Summit every November with Gon Negosyo. What we do is we invite OFW families, their families, because they're not here. It's only their families. May mga small savings yan. And then we introduce them to mga kind of businesses that they can do. And tapos tinuturuan na rin namin sila ng finance, marketing, accounting, and all that. It's a one-day affair. Usually ang attendance 5,000. All OFW families. And then yung mga business like mga small franchises, naglalagay na sila ng booth doon sa usually trade ano yan eh, yung, ano ba yung naandyan yung trade hall dyan sa
SM.
no not SM, the one
SMX. World Trade?
World Trade.
Yeah.
And then yung mga meron na rin silang mai-offer sa mga OFW families. Nagbubot sila doon para maka-ask na information ng OFW families. But these are small businesses. We don't want them to engage agad sa malalaki. Baka magkamali, malaki ang lugi. But small ones that maybe if their families can be able to establish their own small businesses. Later on, yung kanilang mga OFW loved ones, hindi na kailangang bumalik kasi meron na silang hanap buhay. Kasi yun naman ang reason why they're going out. Because they don't have anything to do here. So, yun ang aming, iba yon, ibang klase yon. Kasi yon, may maliit silang puhunan and then most of them are educated also. So, they can take care of themselves. We just have to show them what are the opportunities open to them. And of course, if they want to do something yung akin, I can help them also. It's their option. But we want them to do it on their own. Kasi they have the resources naman to do it on their own. We just have to open the opportunities and teach them.
Because the president has been criticized for having a program that does not really provide a long-term solution to the OFWs. So,
what are these programs that you are talking about?
it's more of like they have no plans of bringing them back. Long term, I'm talking of long term.
Yun one of our program. Another program of us, yung Skills Up program, which we do with the Oble Center. Like, pag bumalik at nagka-problema doon, nag-o-offer kami ngayon ng mga scholarship for short-term courses every quarter. At ang ino-offer namin yung mas madaling makahanap ng trabaho. Oo, like, ngayon, ang craze ngayon is yung hotel and restaurant courses. So, kasi yun ang mas maraming opening. So, we do that. Every quarter yon, iba-iba. Pero all OFW returnees. We do that also.
A follow-up question here, because you're talking about the Hanep Buhay. How can you bring your Hanep Buhay projects to the Senate? Because people are saying this is more of executive decisions rather than legislative. So why are you using that as your marketing? And how do you plan to bring all of these that
Alam
you're
mo,
saying to the Senate?
when I go to
for
the
legislation?
Senate, it will not only be livelihood but jobs. So, kasi when you talk of jobs, it's beyond what I'm doing now. But they are together. They are providing jobs, livelihood to people. Now, when you talk of creating jobs, it's legislation. Kasi one of the biggest industry natin would be agriculture. Kasi if you will go around the Philippines, 70%, almost 70% of our people are in agriculture. So then you go to the Senate because of AFMA, the Agriculture Fisheries Modernization Act. Because that piece of legislation is supposed to help the farmers in helping them be productive and competitive.
So if ever, what kind of laws are you going to author or sponsor
It's
in
the
relation to this Hanep Buhay?
review of the AFMA, Agriculture and Fisheries Modernization Act for the agricultural sector, for the employment of other people. We have to review yung incentives natin to industries or businesses.
That's what I was trying to
Yeah, because kailangan encourage natin ang incentive natin should go to businesses that will promote employment. Oo. Kasi, pag ibinigay natin doon sa hindi naman nagpo-promote ng employment, then it will not help the people, di ba? Kasi ang problema natin, unemployment, di ba? So, yun ang natin, yung incentives to businesses, to small, medium, and micro enterprises that will promote employment. And of course, one of the first things I will refile would be the law creating the Department of OFWs. It was not passed this Congress. And we hope to pass it in the next Congress. Ano lang yon, employment and agriculture and OFWs. Kasi with that, 12 million OFWs, dami nun, 1 OFW for every family.
So, Department of OFW is different from Department of Labor?
Because now, ang nagte-taker ng OFW is ang iba, Department of Foreign Affairs. Ang iba, Department of Labor. It's not centralized. When you have a problem, who's responsible? Diba? And there are 12 million OFWs in the Philippines. Kung i-compute mo lahat ng pamilya may OFW. And they're remitting $22 billion in the economy every year. That's the formal remittance. Wala pa yung informal remittance. Yun yung dumadaan sa formal outlet, di ba? Pero yung mga dala nila, pag uwi nila sa bulsa nila, hindi ba yung binibilang, di ba? And ano bang industry na may department ang ganyan ng contribution sa economy? Di ba? You ask yourself, sino bang industry sa Philippines na may ganyang kalaking contribution sa economy? They said it's the remittance that keeps our economy afloat. So I believe
So you want
that
a separate department for OFWs?
Yeah, pag halimbawa
not
may-
just DOLE or not just...
kasi it's a combination, DOLE, DFA. So, if you have problem, who will be blamed? Where will you go? There's confusion. Di ba maganda yung ikaw lang in charge, pag nagka-problema, ikaw ang may kasalanan. Hindi yung pwedeng DOLE, pwedeng DFA. Yes.
For me, I just want parang what are your I guess a list of your agenda, like one by one.
Yeah. So, review of AFMA for the agricultural sector. It's the Agriculture Fisheries Modernization Act. Kasi yan yung magpo-provide ng mga input sa agriculture like post-harvest facilities, irrigation facilities, at saka yung farm inputs. So that's very important to make our agricultural sector productive and competitive. Kasi may mga problema din sila. They fight yung imports. Tapos may smuggling pa. So we have to strengthen the agricultural sectors because according to statistics, 70% of the poor are in agriculture. So it's very important. So the next one would be promotion of employment, and that would be incentive to businesses and small, medium, and micro enterprises that will promote employment. And of course, OFW, the bill creating the Department of OFWs.
Ang tanong po dito, follow-up nila, all these projects that you're saying, are you planning to get it from pork barrel or through legislation?
No, yung pork barrel is part of legislation. Part of the budget yung kaya kami pork barrel, nasa budget yun. So when you make a budget, it's legislation. So they're both, they're one and the same. Government yon. So I will get, if I'm a senator, I will use my budget.
You use your
Budget.
Your budget.
Oh, pero alam mo, minsan kasi, yung budget ng government, mabagal i-access. It's a long process because of the control, di ba? Sometimes, pag gusto mo nang gumawa ng project, hindi mo maintay yun kasi mabagal. So, kung halimbawa, mawala na yung enthusiasm ng gustong mag-project, minsan, Villar Foundation na yun.
Okay, there's a follow-up to the Department of OFW. Have you talked to other legislators about this and whether you will get some support?
I will try. I'm not, hindi pa ako legislator ngayon. So I'm off. I'm not a congresswoman. I'm not a senator. I'm just a simple citizen now for the last 2 years. I ended my term as congresswoman in 2010.
So you're not in touch anymore?
I'm not in touch, but I'm not part of legislation na. I'm a private person managing the Villar Foundation. Hopefully naman because it's a good bill. Diba? Ang magre-reklamo dyan, I foresee, would be DBM. Because that would be, sasabihin na additional budget. But what we can do is that portion of the OFW from labor pupunta sa OFW and that portion sa DFA will go to OFW. Diba, department? Parang i-merge, tatanggalin sa kanilang dalawa at dadalhin sa isang department.
Simple kaya yun? Every time you remove a budget,
Naman, we just have to try.
Okay, she added, based on our discussions, she's a lawyer, based on our discussion of the Magna Carta, we got feedback that legislators are allergic to putting up new departments.
Kasi ang problema ng ating departments, there are departments na hindi na relevant. Kasi dapat ang Department of Government should be relevant to the times. Diba? That's my opinion. Kasi nung araw, iba ang problema natin. Ngayon, iba problema. Nung araw, wala namang OFWs eh. Ngayon, ubod sa daming OFWs. We should be responsive to what's happening today. We should not be burdened by what has happened in the past. Maybe we can find some na hindi na relevant din naman and then dalhin yun dun sa mga relevant na issues, di ba? Na bureaucracy na hindi relevant. Kasi nung araw, iba ang uso, ngayon iba uso. Even sa trabaho, iba uso ngayon, di ba? Nung araw, wala naman tayong BPO, di ba? Nung araw, wala naman tayong OFWs, except the seaman, maybe. But now, lahat, di ba? Ngayon, nung araw nga, wala tayong social media. Times have changed. And we should change with the times. Ngayon, kung mahirap, hamon ang mahirap, but we should try.
Okay. So she's asking, Cesar is asking if you're confident you'll get support for this.
I will try.
You're not confident? Are you confident?
I am, but you never say okay until it has happened, di ba? Ganyan tayo kasi. Yan ang training natin. Until hindi mo nagawa, huwag mo sabihin kaya mo.
But that's your commitment.
Yes.
There's a question here. Because we've seen your ads prior to the start of the campaign period. Somebody is asking, how much did you spend prior to the campaign period on whatever?
I was not the one who spent yung aming foundation at yung mga benefactor ng aming foundation spent for it. And
do you have a number?
No, I don't.
Any estimate?
Kaya lang ako nakasali doon kasi ako ang kanilang managing director. I'm the one representing them, but it's 20 years of our foundation and it's private money. So when you spend private money, you are not supposed to account to the people. What you account to the people is your public funds, di ba?
But still, in campaign finance, you want our candidates to be transparent.
No, but that's not that's a foundation doing its advocacy. It's not even part of the campaign period. Yun ang we always follow the law. They have a law on campaign finance,
yes,
and we follow that.
But it's not necessarily true that just because you follow the law is right. A lot of citizens have really pushed others, not just you, that they're seemingly trying to campaign, and it's not leveling the playing field. So that's the question there. It's more of delicadeza.
You know, when you have resources, it's also difficult because people expect more from you. when you don't have resources, they're very nice to you. They don't ask anything from you. So it's also a burden to have resources. It's not always a plus. It's also a liability. They expect more from you
Expect more in terms of what?
of what you can do for them. Ang expectation ng tao depende sa perception nila sa iyo. So, yun nga sinasabi ko that it's not always a positive thing that they will think you have so much resources because they expect a lot from you. I've seen it eh.
The question really here is the spending, too much spending, and how would you expect to recover from it, if ever? The amount involved.
Why do I have to recover?
So you don't expect.
Well, one would be recover, the other
Yes.
is if it's friends who spent, then there is this
Yes.
parang built-in utang na loob.
Yeah,
No,
don't-
it's family.
And so it's
My family. It's the money they earned and they helped me. And this is even a foundation. They're supporting a foundation. And they want that the people will know that after 20 years that we are in existence, we have done something also. Kasi baka akala ng mga tao, wala kaming ginawa. So,
so you want to promote it through TVI. I've seen it in newspaper reports before, but it really doesn't sit well with others to see ads that really cost a lot for 30 seconds. A suggestion maybe perhaps is using videos in YouTube or something like that, so it doesn't come out so offensive to ordinary citizens.
we will kasi we will be using social media also.
Related, you mentioned about OFW earlier. So my question, because I heard the same from your husband a few years ago. So my question is, what sets you apart from your husband? Since he's also...
Ang talagang proponent ng OFW is my husband. Kasi he really have a heart for OFW because the first buyer of our house, yung unang tao na nagtiwala sa amin, bumili ng bahay sa amin, is an OFW family. The family of a seaman. And we have never, that was during the first year of our housing business. And he never forgot that. So it's more of parang kanyang way of paying back. So I'm just continuing it. Kasi kung if I can do something for the OFWs in the future, then I should do it because it started with my husband. I want to continue. I would add to what he's doing.
Okay. So
Excuse me, before the next question, I'm bringing in our heavyweight. Literally.
So we have really on OFWs. Meron kaming every year we do this. We do repatriation, we do medical assistance, we do livelihood assistance. We have this we have this OFW summit, OFW Family Summit with Connie Gosio every year. We have this every quarter skills up program with the OPLE Center. So it's really an ongoing. We do it every year. It's a program of the Villar Foundation.
Eto po, may follow-up dun sa Department of OFW. What will you do now with the POEA, OWWA, and BFA? Sabi nila, dagdag gastos lang daw to create a new department.
No, they can transfer to that department because their concern is OFW.
So what you're
centralize.
saying is centralize it.
Hindi aalsin.
So,
ipagsasama-samahin yung OFW concerns in one department. Pero pag may nangyari, sila pupuntahan, hindi...
So all of these different agencies will fall
Kaya nga,
under the
it's not
department.
so expensive because meron na eh. Kaya lang hiwa-hiwalay. Di ba? You just centralize it into one management.
okay, setting aside the OFW, because right now your husband is already a secretary, and you're also running
He's ending his term. June 2013. I will not run if he is there. There's no need.
Okay, June. No.
He's ending his term. We will not be together.
One last question. About the REG bill.
Yes.
So, I I wanted to know what you voted.
No, I did not vote. I am a supporter and I am pro-life. My husband voted for the RH bill. I ended my term as congresswoman in 2010. I am now a private citizen. I just want to correct. I'm now a private citizen managing the Villar Foundation.
So you have a different view of the RH law compared
No,
to your
no,
husband?
I'm pro-life.
Are you pro-life?
Oh, I am with my husband.
Okay.
He voted against the RH
No,
bill.
it is already a law right now.
Yeah. Yung pagboto. Oo. But it's a law right now. I am
There are
pro-life.
moves now to try to repeal that law.
Yeah.
Are you going to be part of that?
It depends what
Support
would
that-
be it depends what would be kasi ang amendment iba-ibang klase yan. Ano ba yung amendment, di ba? Kung okay yung amendment, I will support the amendment.
So,
Okay, we'll move now to June.
Yeah. And graduated. You graduated from UP.
Yes.
Yes, what course po?
BA, business.
Business administration. Tapos in terms of your entering, you've had legislative experience in
Congresswoman for 9 years.
for 9 years, and the bulk of your legislative agenda was in
Women, children, family, and education. Pero I authored also that micro enterprise.
microenterprises. Now, if you're going to go to the Senate, you've mentioned a few of the legislative agendas that you're really championing. So within, let's say, the future time period, which would be a priority in terms of legislative agenda and say 1 to 5?
No, you have to start all of them at the same time. Kasi alam mo, ang hirap ng legislation. It might 3 years lang ang each Congress. So 3 years might not be enough for you to finish. So ang idea dyan is when you sit, you start. Para yung 3 years mo ma-take advantage mo. You cannot do it one after another.
So basically, what do we expect in terms of sa legislation?
I refiled the Department of OFWs. I reviewed the AFMA and find the ways by which it can be improved. I will review the incentive. All of them are reviewing it now. Kasi yung mga tax incentives natin, mga incentives to business, they did this decades ago eh. Parang they want to update and they want to review kasi marami na iba-iba. So they want to consolidate and update based on what's happening now. Kasi yung mga pinas 10 years ago, baka hindi na applicable.
Tapos in terms of we all know that more or less they communicate to the web, to the internet. In that sense, what type of legislation would you put or support in the Senate in terms of cyberspace, internet, and even cybercrime?
Di ba may problem pa tayo sa cybercrime. It's still in the Supreme Court. So,
What's your view on the cybercrime law now, ma'am?
dapat may law talaga. Oo.
We agree that there's a law, but
Kaya lang,
some of us think that that's not the version that should be.
Oh yeah, that's why they're questioning it sa Supreme Court. So maghihintay tayo sa decision ng Supreme Court kasi sinasabi nila hindi constitutional.
There is a new bill that was filed supposedly to replace that. This new bill was a crowdsourced bill from the netizens, and it was studied by Senator Miriam and filed by her as a bill.
I haven't seen that bill
But
kasi I want to
can
see.
you
Yeah.
can you help by taking a look at that bill
Yeah.
and see if it's something
Can
that
you
would support?
email to me or I'll
Sure.
find it sa legislation.
Yeah, we'll give you a copy.
Yes.
The cybercrime law is very important to look at because it will also affect the OFWs.
Yes.
And not
And
not
the-
many legislators are aware that internet freedom is right.
And young, even as young as 16.
Yeah.
So-
Siguro nag-overreact lang sila doon sa some sobra naman like yung mga binuview yung mga crime ganon.
Do you want to make a commitment that you will look into this?
Yeah.
And make sure that it's constitutional.
Yes, of course. We should not pass anything that is unconstitutional, that's against the Constitution. We should not infringe on the rights of people. Kaya nga nasa Supreme Court na siya. Kasi tingin nila may infringement on the rights of people.
Kasi it's very important since if you're going to be a senator, it will go into your term already.
Yeah.
The discussions on
I can
whether
assure
to
you on
repeal or not.
that.
So for us as netizens who are affected by this law, it's very important for us that whoever we elect into the Senate will really clearly, open their minds to reviewing, repealing whatever is
Wrong with the law.
Wrong with the law.
No problem.
Ngayon baka we can set up the consultations.
Yes.
through
They
our-
will give me a copy of what they,
Yes.
and I have to read it.
Because as far as we're concerned, that Magna Carta for internet freedom actually addresses the real cybercrimes,
Oo.
but at the same time,
Yun lang naman I think ang concern
removes
nila.
the violations.
Walang abuse, di ba? But it's not meant to infringe on the freedom of people.
yes.
Ayan, related to that, how do you use the internet, or how does Civiliar use the internet now? Do you
I think the internet will be more popular as time goes on kasi it is evolving din.
and if I say on a personal level, how do you use it?
Kasi I was not born in an internet generation. That's my problem. But I'm trying to
So what
understand.
have you used so far?
No, I really try to understand it, and I know it will be the future. I'm very aware of that. Oo. So
Do you use it for email now?
Do you use a laptop? Do you use cell phones?
Or a smartphone?
cellphone, text, yes.
Cell phone.
Mas simple. Hindi yung katulad nyo, ang gagaling nyo.
In connection with that, kasi yung
In the same manner na nung ako nung ako elementary, nagsimula yung arithmetic. Tapos nung high school, yung college ako, nagsimula yung modern math. Na hindi yata nagpareho yung point of view ng arithmetic at modern math. Yung ganung confusion ba? If it's between generation.
Tapos meron kasing study na based on students send yung sa internet. Meron pa rin there's a great disparity
Between
those who have access to computers and those who have not.
as a student, it's a must.
Yeah, pero
Wala na yan. In this generation, it's a must. What I'm talking of is our generation na hindi naman talagang we were not born that way. But during this generation, no, there's no question about it.
ano kasi I brought it up kasi may study na ginawa yung UNESCO before na maraming elementary or even high school in certain areas in the Philippines, say Mindanao, even sa Luzon, sa hindi cities, na some of them don't even still use
This is a public school because yung kahirapan nila.
Yes,
But we try in our public school, I don't know in the provinces, but in our city, we try, meron pa kaming yung public college na like lang, IT college lang. Dalawa ang college namin, ang local public college namin. Isang regular public college and isang IT college. To give importance to the IT. Nagdalawa kami. May separate yung IT college na.
What do you consider any legislation on at least helping alleviate this problem or
Kasi yan, budget.
budget?
Oo, na how much of your budget will you allocate for IT equipments, di ba? Kami naman, during my term, and even my son, who's congressman, we always we try to give every school a computer room. Lahat ng school may computer room.
Siguro
Oo.
if you're ever senator,
Pwede ka rin mag-pass ng legislation na to require every school may computer room, di ba? Para maano
Public
sa
schools?
IT.
Yeah.
Public schools, yeah. Pero sa amin, lahat ng public schools may.
siguro if you could also look into yung broadband development natin sa
Yeah, they can
Philippines.
go
Kasi
hand in hand.
tied, it goes hand in hand also
Yeah.
with
O kung walang
kung walang, kasi
connection.
kung walang dalawa kasi yan kung
Yun ang problema
device
sa
and connection.
provinces. Sa amin sa Manila, walang problema yun. Metro Manila, no problem. It's a problem of the provinces. So I will look into that. Yun nga sinasabi ko na legislation, you cannot expect your lawmakers to have full knowledge of everything. Ang pagkakamali ng mga citizen, they expect ng lawmakers nila, akala nila alam lahat. Hindi namin alam lahat.
So-
You have to feed. You have to lobby. You have to tell us what. Kasi minsan, napapasa ang legislation without the point of view of the others. Kasi parang sa atin hindi uso yung lobbying. Diba?
Pero hindi kami sanay sa lobbying.
Hindi kami sanay.
But you have
So,
to. You
No,
have
no,
to.
our lobbying is online. That's the reason why for us.
Kung
it's
hindi
important.
online yung nilalabi nyo,
But
paano yun?
that's why we're trying to convince
Oh.
all politicians now to be online because that's where the new lobbying is happening.
So I'm trying to clarify because somebody in the internet, Jester Nexa, is not happy with your comment on that. You associated ICT, Information Communication, ICT, your answer on the internet as associated right away with the crime. Crime, cybercrime.
No,
What-
tingin ko
clarify,
kaya
yeah.
lang sila naglagay ng mga provision ng ganon because of the abuses. Pero they don't want to infringe. Not the whole bill. But yung, hindi bang na-declare unconstitutional is yung freedom, para na-i-infringe yung freedom.
Because of the libel.
Oo, pero actually, kaya lang naman sila naglagay siguro ng gano'n because of the abuses. Pero hindi naman, they were not meant to infringe on the
Kasi po it
freedom.
went overboard.
Yun nga, yun lang. Hindi the whole cybercrime
Pero
bill.
you know,
Kasi
the
yung
moment-
inyo, it's more of, iniban na nyo eh. It's the whole industry. Hindi na anymore yung, kasi may mga law na regulatory. May mga law that encourages. Di ba? So, parang binasa ko tong law na to, parang regulatory. Di ba? Yung napas na law.
But in
But
fact,
kayo, I think you would want a law na hindi lang regulatory but something that help encourage the
actually,
industry.
the reason for the Magna Carta is because
Ayun.
that cybercrime law actually does not even address all kinds of cybercrime.
Kaya nga.
So-
So, yung
so
iyo,
may dagdag
Magna
pa po.
Carta of Magna Carta of ano yun?
For Philippine Internet
Oh,
Internet
yun.
freedom.
It's more broader.
It's actually broader.
Ito kasing napasa na law, it's more of regulatory,
Yes, what-
not the broader thing. Kaya sabi ko nga, there are different kinds of laws. Merong laws na meant not only to regulate but to encourage, to help, and merong regulatory.
The Magna Carta was actually when it was crowdsourced as a draft bill.
Maybe it's just
IT people were actually included, lawyers, IT people.
Yeah.
So, mas alam nila kung ano yung sakop ng cybercrime na kailangan
I
talagang-
understand that.
Siguro what we can do is we can give
Me a
She asked for a
copy.
copy.
Kasi siguro kung
Para mas-
ma-declare to unconstitutional, do we do another law that more or less mas broader? Hindi lang nire-regulate but helping also and encouraging.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's very good.
Amen.
Let's,
Yun lang ang difference.
we'd like to introduce another member of Blog
Yeah,
Watch,
yeah.
Wendy.
Hi.
Yeah. She's also part of Blog Watch.
Kanino? Ay, yeah.
Your question?
Di ba ano na?
She already said that.
Combination. Ang PDAF kasi, hindi livelihood. A part will go to livelihood. But ang mas talaga na maraming nagdadala ng PDAF, funding sa DOH operated hospital. Kasi ang daming humihingi ng gamot or health services. Actually, majority of our PDAF will go to regional hospitals. Trust fund sa regional hospital. Para pag may humingi sa'yo ng ma-hospital sila or gamot or ano, doon na nila kukunin. So, yun ang majority. Siguro, ang PDAF, baka ano yun, 20 million out of 50. That's about 15, baka 30%. 30 or 40% will go to funding ng mga sa hospitals. Kasi doon maraming nahingi. Dami-daming may sakit. Nagtataka ako, dami-daming may sakit sa Pilipinas. And then, a part will go to livelihood. And then, a part will go to what else? Ano ba ba yun? No, iba yung infra eh. Kasi yung soft part is, iba yun. Ang hard, puro naman public correction. I-identify mo lang. So, ano ba yung isa na? Health and livelihood.
Actually, madami nga po yun no, yung mga letter na guarantee.
Ganyan everything. Ganyan everything.
Yung mga nagkakasakit kasi pag pumunta sila ng ospital, humingi sila ng parang, di ba, letter from the congressman or the
Kasi
senator.
alam mo, based on studies, ang atin daw medicines is bought by 80, bumibili ng 80% of medicine purchases, AB. Ang C yung 20, kasi wala nang pinambibili yung CD, yung DE. So yung DE will be dependent on government support. Kaya
It's
gano'n.
bulk of the Philippines.
Kaya ang daming nilalagay doon. In fairness to the legislators, madami na sa hospital pondo na binamimigay nila.
Because I recall your husband before, as one of his platforms was to establish the health at the hospitals.
Yeah.
Will you continue doing that?
Ngayon kasi nag-establish, nagpapas na ng bill ng universal health care.
Okay, so that you
That I
will do
will
something
support
to
that.
augment it.
No, yeah. It's pag universal health care, lahat na covered. Di ba? Iko-cover ng government yung mahihirap sa PhilHealth.
Na hindi kailangan nag-uulog sila.
Hindi. Subsidy na yun. Pinapasa na nila yung bill na yun. Universal health care. Will support that.
What do you think about people who are saying that why are you running and what are your views on the anti-political dynasty?
Pag pinas nila yung anti-political dynasty, we don't run kung covered kami.
Pero what are your views on that? Kasi
Depende sa version ng, ano ba definition ng political dynasty, kung ano yung mapapasa na law. Kasi ano ba, kung pinsan mo ba, hindi ka pwedeng tumakbo dahil tumakbo pinsan mo, or your immediate family. Maraming definition yung dynasty.
what definition would you want?
Do you want to get from us the definition? Do you
No,
want to
meron
solicit?
naka-file na law si Miriam Defensor.
Pero kung kayo,
Yeah, but
what's your definition of political?
Ako kasi,
something that should be regulated?
ako ang ano ko of course, the people will decide on this kasi hindi naman, the people will decide, I will not decide on it. Kasi ako, I never take yung, kung ikaw ay family na mabuti na are serving well, it should be taken against you. Parang sa akin, mali din yun. Piliin kung sino yung magandang mag-serve, di ba? Pero kung sasabihin ng tao na basta ayaw namin ng dynasty, edi so be it. Sa akin personally, ako pa rin is whether you are serving well or not, di ba? Yun ang measure whether they will vote for you or not. But kung sabihin ng mga tao na ayaw namin yan, gusto namin talagang limited to this, it's okay for me. No problem.
Kumbaga kung ano man po yung nasa batas, yun.
Kasi mahirap makipag-argue, may mga tao na diba? We just follow the majority, diba? That is the essence of democracy naman. If the people would want that, then let's follow.
So you're making a commitment that you will vote for the
Depende
law to
kung
be
anong
passed.
version.
What do you mean, what version?
Like yung sinasabi ni Miriam, yung version niya
You like it?
allows me to run. Kasi tingin ko, ano ang version niya, basta wala kayo sa isang lugar.
Wala kayong kasabay.
Sa isang lugar. Ako, national ako. So, hindi ko kasabay si Senator Villar.
Father, mother, children, dapat hindi magkasabay.
Hindi magkasabay in a national or local position. Like if you run for local and your mother will run for national, hindi yun illegal. Masama yung dalawa kayo doon sa same, or sa national o sa local.
So, senator or congressman?
Pero never two congressman, two mayor, o ganon. Yung isang locality, kayong magpamilya. Iba yung version niya.
4 in a family right now?
Ay, hindi na.
Sino?
They're all related somehow.
Si Mark lang is running.
Yes, Congress.
So you're okay with that version?
Yeah, we're okay daw. Sabi ni Miriam. I haven't read her version, but sabi niya, no, they're not dynasty.
Since we're on the dynasty, there's someone want to ask you this question. Do you think Nancy Pinoy's credentials are good enough to run for Senate?
Don't
What a difficult
That's
question.
unfair.
Yeah, but actually that is a buzz right now in Twitter.
No more.
They want to
It's-
compare
it's
you.
not fair to me naman. And
Oh.
it's not fair to Nancy. I'm not, I don't want to say anything about others. That's, may
Oo nga.
parang hindi naman tama yun.
Pero just FYI lang, medyo siya nga talaga ang
Oo nga.
pinaka-pinag-uusapan ngayon sa Facebook.
Yes, it's a fact that both of you are being compared.
No
Pero
more.
grabe rin kay Nancy. But anyway, sige.
That's not my question.
Nawala tuloy ang question.
Oo nga, huwag na.
No comment na dyan kasi hindi maganda yon kasi commenting on other candidates. I don't want to do that. It's not fair. Di ba?
Another question not related to another.
Not related.
Okay, studies by this question by studies by OECD showed GDP growth correlates with internet speed. So I know you just said that you're not really very internet savvy, but if based on that study, I mean, will you be able to help us improve internet?
Ano yun? GDP.
Yeah.
Siguro kasi, kaya nila, I'm not aware of that study, but I think
Baka
progress is ano din technology. If the technology is better, then the progress is fast. I believe in that. Kasi ako, even in my livelihood projects, I'm successful because I found the technology to process. Technology is very important. And the internet is technology. So, I can believe that.
If ever we ask for your support,
Yeah, I'm a believer of technology. Kasi it facilitate everything.
You have a lot of willing people to teach you now.
Oh.
Somebody
I'm a
say,
Maybe
believer.
we can actually engage you on Twitter if you are going to be the one personally once in a while, not that naman all the time, but once
You know,
in a while
it's
can-
my assistant who gets my messages, and every night he gives me all the messages. So you just send her the messages. I'll give her your number. I give her her number, and then I can get everything at night.
Pero even if you tweet the account,
Oo.
she'll still get it.
ganon.
Yes.
Kasi minsan di ako nakabantay and I'm not very good. So it's my assistant. Kinukuha niya lahat yung messages and then binibigay niya sa akin at the end of the day when I go home before I sleep. If I'm so tired, I do it in the morning. If I'm not tired, I do it in the evening.
Pero if you para lang to clarify, no guys, pagdating kasi sa mga campaigns, even international and local, most of the candidates talaga, lalo na during the campaign period,
yes, yes.
hindi nila kayang sabayin lahat eh. Lalo na here in the Philippines na talaga ang kampanya, so good pa rin sa kusan sa parte ng
Very
Philippines.
importante is after. Once elected, importante kasi that we are able, the citizens are able to
communicate.
speak directly with the
I'm
with the
not
senators.
very good in that, but I have a efficient office. I have a personal assistant na gets all my messages and give me at night.
You were
No
not around
problem.
when we asked about Carlo, you were not around when we asked about the social media thing. You came in to help? I understand?
Ano, we're helping si Sen.
Informally?
Ano, we're engaged talaga to help.
You're engaged to help. Did you
but
suggest it? Because people were really criticizing
Which
her.
one? Yung
Social media.
Closing.
We asked Mike earlier.
Yung pagsara ng accounts.
Yes, and
Sabi ko, somebody closed it. And it closed for less than a day.
Were you aware of that?
Actually, yung nangyari doon,
yeah, because her team is criticized about
well,
it.
it wasn't us who closed it per se. Ang nangyari doon talaga is, syempre po yung mga mahal sa buhay ni Ma'am talaga nasasaktan doon sa mga nasusulat. So,
Iba dapat.
even if it makes for, siguro I'll just say it straightforward, even if
Yes.
it makes for, sabihin mo ng weird social media strategy to do that, yung mga tao who were reading it, medyo nasaktan talaga. So parang hindi na rin mapigilan. Imagine nyo yung anak na babasa lahat na napopost doon. So parang it was a good respite na rin to be able na rin to fix everything. So ako, para sa akin, on a strategic level, kung ako tatanungin nyo as a professional,
Professional,
yeah, meron siyang, may implications na ito sa close. Pero you can't also take away the human element na yung mga people who are taking after it, yung mga anak, yung mga staff na nakikita, na mabasa non-stop, talaga nasasaktan di ba? So, di ba nga yung sinasabi natin palagi kay Christopher Lau, ang dapat niya talagang ginawa, hindi niya nalang binasa di ba? Kasi nasustress
No, we were
siya.
under the impression there was really a formal digital team.
At that time, wala.
So it was just when? When was
Pero
it?
ngayon meron na.
Meron na. For social media specifically, meron na.
Starting Sunday.
Starting yesterday. So,
Yesterday. Oh, Monday. Okay, so that's clear.
yeah.
This is a nurse question but has nothing to do with your statement. This has to do with what is your stand on nurses who have to go OJT for several months without pay? Most of the time, registered nurses have to pay for their OJT.
That's the practice that I'm not aware of that, but it's so bad.
So you're not in agreement. Is there,
Kawawa naman. Nagtatrabaho na, nagbabayad pa.
so is there
It's so
anything
bad.
you want to do?
We have to
specifically
look
for
into that. It's a practice na hindi naman na formal tingin ko na parang na-develop lang practice sa industry na hindi naman sanctioned by law or by anybody. So maybe it should be, I will refer it, yung sa Committee on Health, can look into that.
Pwede rin kayo magtanong ng lighter questions.
Okay lang.
Hindi puro policy tsaka.
Whichever, it doesn't matter.
Sir campaign, do you go to all sorties?
No. Kasi nung gawin nila yung sorties nila, meron rin kami sariling commitment. So, minimix na lang namin. If we can cancel our commitments, we go. If not, then we absent ourselves. Ako naman, I try to be fair to everyone. Oo. I try to go as many as possible para naman they will feel that I'm with the team. But hindi ko rin naman dinidisregard yung mga commitment ko na very important. So, mix.
How did you handle the stress here in the recent?
Hindi ko na binasa yung mga comments.
Hindi ka na binasa. But other than that, how do you handle stress during campaign? What is your routine?
It's part of public life.
Senator, a bigger campaign compared to Congress.
No, I was part of the campaign of Senator Villar, so alam ko yan. That's part of public life, and you should be strong. That's okay with me.
So what do you do to take care of yourself?
I sleep.
Yeah.
I have massages.
How often?
I sleep every night.
I mean, no, sorry.
Every day if possible.
You look like you lost weight na.
Because I changed my eating habits.
How's
Kasi
it now?
because of the stress and the hectic schedule, hindi ako makakain ng madami. Dati kasi I eat 3 times a day, but madami. Ngayon, I eat 5 times a day, tiko konti, and that's better daw for the weight.
Can you give us a description of your typical Cynthia Villar day?
Yeah, I wake up at 6. I read all my correspondence and comment on it para they will do it na while I'm away. And then I follow my schedule to the letter. And then at night, I have my massage and I sleep. It's just sleep and campaigning.
How many sleep hours do you take?
I need 6
Okay, 6 is okay. Thank you.
minimum. Yes. Because I don't take vitamins, so I have to sleep.
Do you have a fitness
Nako,
regimen?
unfortunately, none.
Walking?
I walk a lot. In fact, ang problema ngayong campaign, my feet na is really damaged. Oo, talaga. Dami-dami ko ng kalyo and all that because I do a lot of walking.
Lalo na pag mga sorties.
I have not seen you in a student forum yet. We're having one tomorrow afternoon.
But I have to go to Davao.
But there are more.
There are more
The
coming.
schedules.
I hope you can attend
The
one
rock the
student
boat
forum.
schedule.
Oh, yeah.
At
I'll
least
do one. At
There
least
will
one
be in
I'll
UP
do.
and
Yeah.
Ateneo pa eh.
We're the ones, the social media partner there. So we're really looking.
I'll
Imagine.
choose one to go.
Yeah.
I'll really make an effort.
We'll get the list
UP
now.
Ateneo, meron pa ang
Yes, UP natin. This one is for UP
But I
tomorrow.
went to, yung sabi ko nga sa Central Luzon, puro students.
Okay.
Sponsored by Ayala Young Leaders Alumni Association. So I did one there. In Central Luzon.
If people ask, I mean, people now are saying, why should we vote for Cynthia Villar? Why?
I have a very good track record sa legislation. I stayed in Congress for 9 years. I was president of the Lady Legislators for 9 years. And I really led them to pass legislation on women, children, and family. Very good legislation, anti-trafficking, anti-violence, juvenile justice system, protection of children in the workplace, the two version of the Senior Citizen Act, the Magna Carta for the disabled, and the Magna Carta for women. That
Were
was,
you an author or sponsor?
Yes, I was president. I led them to pass these bills. Every Women's Month, nandun kami sa Senate and House lobbying for this bill. Kasi pag Women's Month, they're very nice to us. We're entitled to one bill every Women's Month. Oh yeah. And then
What
when
bill would that be?
yun nga yung series
Yeah.
na pinas namin. And then mababait naman kasi kami, so pag Women's Month pinagbibigyan na nila.
You get to.
Ano? Yes, we manage the ano. But actually, yung lobbying important and one day lang yun. And then I was chairman of the Committee on Higher and Technical Education for 6 years. So that problem arose from that committee. And then I was president of the Senate Spouses Foundation. I renovated 8 charity wards at Philippine General Hospital in 2 years as president of the Senate. I was president of the Congressional Spouses Foundation. I built 11 regional centers for abused women during my 2 years as chairman. I'm a worker. I'm not a talker. I'm very hardworking. And susulit sila sa akin pag ako na-elect. Kasi I really work hard.
The beef of a lot of the netizens who have been monitoring, at least in Congress, is that the track record of some for absenteeism. So, is this something that you can commit to us, that if you are going to be a senator, that you are going
Kasi
to be...
naman, yung perfect attendance is not a good indication of your work.
Ay, hindi naman perfect attendance,
Oh.
but
But
there
I
are some
am
who
not.
are really
Bad
left
reasons
on
for
no.
the bad reasons for not attending. Because some have to go to the field.
I'm not an absentee legislator. It's just that pag committee ka on higher and technical education, you have you're a member of the board of regents of all the 111 state universities and colleges in the Philippines. So you have commitment to those state colleges and universities. You have to go around.
So, if ever, what would your top 3 initial laws?
OFW, agriculture, and
Sorry?
OFW, agriculture, and incentive to industries, to businesses to promote employment. Kasi talaga ang problem natin, livelihood and jobs. Let's face it, di ba? Those are our problems. And agriculture, because ang laki-laki ng agricultural sector sa Philippines. If you go around the Philippines, you will realize that most of the people are in agriculture. Ako? Where? I'm not a...
Then she's asking if you were in the Senate.
It's an MOEE. It's not really a Christmas bonus. It's MOEE na may rules naman dyan on how to spend it. And if they want to be strict on it, then gumawa sila ng rules na mahigpit. But you follow the rules. Yung ang masama lang doon, hindi binigyan lahat. Yun ang question doon. But yung MOE na yun, you're supposed to spend it, and there are guidelines on how you can spend it, and the COA will see to it that you spend it according to the guidelines. Ako, if they want to be more strict, then higpitan yung guidelines. Ganyan naman sila eh. Palagi nilang pinapalitan yung guidelines. Pag naiinis sila, hinihigpitan nila. Pag hindi sila naiinis, inaano nila, niluluwagan nila. Ako, I just follow the guidelines para wala nang gulo. Why will you endanger yourself na hindi mo follow yung guidelines? Baka madimanda ka pa dyan. Diba?
And ma'am, you said earlier that having resources is a liability as well.
In a way, yes. Because they expect more from you.
Your constituents,
Everybody.
your friends.
Everybody.
You want to ask money?
Hindi naman money, but like churches, they ask for contribution to build churches. Or your friends, if they have advocacy, they ask from you, di ba? If your constituents, at ang problema, if they know you have resources, nagbigay ka maliit, may kasalanan ka pa. Whereas if you don't have resources, bigay ka konti, okay yun. Pero kung may resources, they expect more. So it's difficult also.
How do you manage all this?
Di iniisip ko kung ano yung tama, kung ano yung right, di ba? Na hindi naman nila iisipin na madamot ka, and at the same time, you can still afford it. Yun naman.
If
It's a balancing act.
If the freedom of information is filed again,
Ayo. No
are you
question.
for-
Yeah. Nag-pass in the Senate. Hindi lang nag-pass sa House. Wala namang problema about accountability of public funds. That should be accountable. Diba? Hindi man ating pera yun eh. Pera yun ng public. We should be accountable for that.
Only in one forum, he said something like, people were asking why Manny Villar fell in love with you.
Ano, it's just a
And
joke.
he said
And maybe some truism in this.
You were
That I was helpful. I was encouraging the wives, the women, to help their family. Huwag nila pabayaan na yung mga lalaki lang ang magtatrabaho. Kundi tutulong din sila kasi sometimes hindi naman kaya talaga ng father of the family to give. They can feed you but they cannot afford to give you all the things you need. Maybe the women should help. Because I was born in a family na ang main breadwinner women. May lola, na widow siya at 30. So, 9 children, siya lahat ang nagpan.
College sweethearts kayo.
Ana?
College
Yes,
sweethearts.
oo.
I remember that in the
Yeah.
interview.
And my mom, my dad became a public servant. So, siya lahat ang naghahanap buhay para i-support kami kasi mahirap na umaasa to a public servant. So I was born. Ang nanay ni Manny is breadwinner also. Kasi ang kanyang tatay is a government employee na mahina sweldo. So I was born in a family na lahat ng mga babae naghahanap buhay. So I was encouraging the women to do the same para well provided ang family. And so sabi ko, in a way, Senator Villar appreciated me because I'm helping also in providing for our family. Di ba? So, that's a good, sabi ko, mamahalin kayo na asawa niyo kung tinulungan niyo ang asawa niyo. That's a good lesson naman, I think. I believe in that.
This is better in business.
Asya.
Talaga.
Wala namang ano doon. Wala namang ano. I'm more passionate about my social business because there are small ones, small businesses that help people. Kasi I am now in a stage in my life that I would want to be remembered for something, and that's how I want to be remembered.
Social enterprise.
Because I think I have the training for that. I am a business graduate. We started our business as a small business. So, nakita ko yung kahirapan ng small business. So, alam ko na without my help, mahirapan yung mga tao to build small businesses. Dapat may subsidy yan eh. Kasi siguro kami, mapalad lang kami ni Manny because we were educated, very educated. So, we were able to handle it, go from small business to a big business, to make the transition. Pero yung mga hindi naman masyadong nag-aral ng business, how do you expect them to do that without your help? Kaya ako, tumutulong ako. I give them the technology, I give them the training. Ang amin naman raw material ay basura, so hindi nila bibili yun. So talagang labor na lang ang input nila. And that's a good model.
So, how can you address the underground economy, the gray market? I mean, is there a way to help them? Because I also heard that the BIR will also start.
No, I don't believe in that.
You don't believe? How can you help this
No,
underground?
merong bill na you exempt the micro enterprises sa mga government regulations. Kasi ikaw micro, small, tapos pinuno mo na ng government regulation yan, hindi na yan makakaaguan. It's hard to compete when you're small. That's the general rule.
Is there a legislation that you will repeal, amend, and act with that in mind?
Hindi, merong barangay micro enterprises.
But it's not so well publicized.
Ayun nga, we have to promote. And we have to convince the LGUs and the government that you have to help the small ones grow. At pag nag-grow na sila, that's the time you exact those things, di ba? Pero kung malilit pa lang sila at very fragile, ang dami-dami mo ng regulations, hindi na yung talo. Ako, I assure you, as a business student, they will not grow anymore.
Okay, there's also one thing I notice about business. It is the applying. You know, it takes more than a day.
Yun na nga.
Is there a way where there can be a one-stop shopping in a few hours?
Supposed to be. Merong ganon. Pero ang implementation is
Yun
not.
na I mean, you as a businesswoman can do a lot on this.
Kasi hindi naman ikaw ang mag-i-implement yung mga local. Hindi naman local, lahat ng local oriented towards that. Hindi nila alam na importante yun. May mga local that they understand, may mga local na hindi.
Okay, question. Okay.
Yung sa nurse, after the room nurse fiasco, what adjustments?
No, I have talked with them. I have seen their, their...
In terms of your campaigning, will you talk less, attend less?
No, it's a question na very touchy kasi. Wala naman akong problema about interviews. Kaya lang, yung pagka-frame ng question, parang nasyak ka na eh. Kasi they were insinuating that I was at fault. That happened 7 years ago. I was trying to remember what happened. Oh.
Somebody said that
You
online.
only have
also.
30 seconds.
Somebody said that. I think it was Teddy Boy Locsin. I would understand.
7 years ago,
I forgot.
it's an incident 7 years ago
Yeah.
na nalimutan ko na. I was trying to remember what happened and it did not come spontaneously. Oh, that's why I cannot even find the word to describe yung ganong health worker na hindi naman sila BSN graduate pero pwede sila magtrabaho sa health facilities. And up to now, they cannot give it to me. What's the word for that? Ano? O sinabi mo ng undergraduate, inapi mo naman yung undergraduate. Hindi mo na alam. Diba?
Okay, let them define it. Let the nurses define it.
Sabihin mo, i-define na nila. Kasi I was asking them, how do you, I talk with them how do you describe it? Sabi ko, ano ba tatawagin din natin silang, ano tawag dito, yung caregiver. Sabi niya, may insulto naman yung caregiver.
Oo nga.
Pag ano mo naman yung nurse, may insulto naman ng mga nurse. Ayoko na magsalita, basta given certificate to do work in a health facility. Yun na lang. Huwag na maghanap
Certified health worker na lang. Okay na siguro.
What's your stand on the divorce bill?
I'm not in favor of that. Meron naman tayo yung family code, we do annulment. Let's make annulment and support of children affordable. Kasi ngayon, if you want to get support for your children, you have to go to court. Huwag nang ganun. Supportahan na lang.
The
Diba?
problem is annulment is very expensive.
Yun nga, sabi nila ngayon, dapat yung public attorney's office can do annulment for people.
The problem with annulment is you will have to say that you never loved each other or anything like that. I mean, they're just saying-
I-repeal natin yung law. Kasi may mga
You have to
grounds
say that,
yung grounds. Paganda yung grounds, di ba? Kasi kaya mo sinasabi yon, it is the provision of the law that these are the grounds for annulment. Pero nakita ko doon na if you're separated for a period of time, you can file for annulment. Nakalagay doon eh.
It's 200,000.
Hindi na nga, tatanggalin na nga yun.
I-repeal mo yan?
Mag-a-amend kami
I mean,
noon.
I mean,
Public
sorry.
Attorney's Office na nga lang ang gagawa. Make it
Okay.
affordable.
You want to amend it that
It's affordable.
affordable and saying that because some are not don't want to say that they never love.
O di,
Their
baguhin
husband.
yung grounds for annulment. Hindi man totoong they never love. They lose the love.
No, because it is invalid from the start. That's annulment.
Ganun ba?
Oh, so divorce is because there's something
Pero
happened along
nakita
the
ko
way.
doon, if you're separated for a certain number of years, you can file.
Yeah, I think asama siya. Check mo na.
5 years yan.
Five. The divorce law is 5 years. I'm a bill. Sorry, it's 5 years.
Ganun na lang.
Separate annulment. Parang you can file for legal separation ba yun? Hindi annulment, legal separation. Di ba? Wala namang ano eh, di ba?
But people want to
Legal
marry
separation.
again
Legal separation.
because they found.
Mag-aaway na naman ng church and state. After the RH, another one.
Bakpakan mo.
Si Mark ba voted? He wasn't there.
I think he voted. I think he voted. I'm not sure.
Parang ito that parang pro siya. Pro RE.
Ang mga bata pro-RH. Nag-aaway na nga mga pamilya tungkol sa...
But is it really difficult to separate your religion from legislation? I mean,
Hindi naman. Kaya lang, there is ano din na ano eh, ako I truly believe that population is not a liability. It's how you manage your population. In fact, Prime Minister Mahathir told me in 2009 that his only regret is they didn't have a big population. That's why they're so dependent on export, and they're so dependent on abroad, na kung may population silang malaki, pag nag-recession daw sa abroad, automatic recession sila. If they have a big population and a domestic market, they're not dependent on anything that will happen abroad. Yun ang siya mismo sinabi niya yun sa akin. So,
Yeah, I don't think
hindi minsan kasi tayo yung population natin is not hindi dapat paayusin natin yung pag-manage ng population natin.
Marriage law is not necessarily a population.
But you know,
Not
many
necessarily.
provision ng RH are in the Magna Carta for women. Duplication na yun. Mas specific
but
lang
it
yun.
just makes it nationwide.
It's more, Magna Carta for women is nationwide.
You have other questions? Ayan.
2016, may panglaban po bang MP?
Hindi pa. Hindi pa namin pinag-uusapan niya. We're only talking of 2013 and we're trying to survive 2013.
It's a long way
It's
off.
a long way.
I know,
Oh
and
my
so
God,
many...
we don't think about it. Ay, sila, but not us. No, kami tatlong nationalista, we're trying to survive this. So, we're not flying beyond this.
So, ang dami pang pwedeng mangyari.
So, do you have some more?
Habol ka pa ma'am sa ano?
Sa,
Diba?
no, I'm staying. Tomorrow I go. Jensen and Davao.
Pinoy with them.
Yeah, in Jensen and Davao. I think Davao lang. Davao lang.
Kasi
I'm just gonna ask.
a lot sa campaign.
Ano?
Si Pinoy. When
Kung may pili siya, marami din, mas masipag siya sa campaign, pinipili niya. But marami din pinupuntahan. I'm surprised din he's really trying to help us. Okay naman siya, very supportive.
No more questions.
Ang high-tech po, no? Grabe.
Oo, yeah.
I have here a pledge of commitment because usually when there's a campaign when you're campaigning, it's usually, this is what we promised, netizens thought of having a commitment, a pledge of commitment, which most of it we asked from you already. Maybe you could review it and tell me later on, not now.
Okay.
Kahit pasan nyo na lang po sa amin pag
Okay.
nagustuhan nyo.
Yes. But basically, we asked already the questions. Like number 1 is about the Cybercrime Act of 2012. Number 2, sponsor a bill for the review of the Data Privacy Act. And number 3, the Magna Carta of Philippine Internet Freedom. Number 4, sponsor a bill for faster, affordable internet access.
In a way, lobbying na rin yan.
Yes,
Galing.
sponsor a bill for the immediate passage of the FOI. Co-sponsor on the automated election system. And number 7,
I know.
a bill for to hold public consultation online and offline. Especially like us, engage with us. Publish your SALN. Are you willing to publish your SALN?
Kailangan natin pag-inuman.
Open source.
Yes. And sign a waiver of confidentiality of bank accounts inside and out of the Philippines. And number 9, Carlos, actively use social media to connect with, reply, report directly to
Bahala dyan.
constituents and citizens. And number 10, abide by all election laws. So this is just very minimal. So if if ever you'll sign this, you'll be the first.
The sign.
Yeah.
Natakot na.
Pledge of commitment. And we will follow up.
I just asked my lawyer, ano ba
Yes.
to?
Yes.
Baka naman
She can
madimanda ako
define it.
dito.
Nire-review muna ni Ma'am.
Yes, we'll be
Okay,
doing
I'll be the one.
But you'll be the person showing this.
Kasi
Actually,
it's
still
just a
a-
way off for us because normally what we do is after elections, the next thing we do is to follow up on the promises.
Yeah.
We did it for the president and we're still doing it up to now.
How is he?
We're still badgering him.
He's okay with some, but he hasn't followed that one other promises.
Mahirap nga talaga ang promises talaga kasi some promises you cannot control. Like for example, if I promise legislation, how can I say that I
Yeah.
can do it? Diba? It's a collegial body.
Minimum naman ito is sponsor or co-sponsor. I didn't say that you should pass it. Things like that.
Support lang.
Yeah, support. Just continue.
Yun ang difference. Kasi there are things that is beyond also your control. You can just try. Like OFW, creation of Department of OFW. I cannot promise that. I will just try.
But you can also give us a timeline of what has been done and what are the challenges facing it.
Ako ang may papromise ko sa inyo yung livelihood ko.
Kaya mo kasi.
Yeah,
You have done it already.
Kasi she's done it.
She's done it. It's just a matter of expanding it. And just to clarify, you will use your PDAP for this?
Hindi naman lahat di pwede kasi minsan matagalan pidap.
So what
Siguro
would you-
it's a combination. It's a combination. Kung naandyan siya, okay. Kung wala siya, then you proceed. Kasi kung iintayin mo siya, matagal.
Pero siya na
So, depende. Kung tumama, yung humihingi, tama siya doon sa PDAP, siya pupunta sa PDAP. Kung yung humihingi, wala yung PDAP. Kasi PDAP comes in minsan every half year. Every half year. Kung sweldo ka, 3 times a year. Hindi mo may papromise. Kasi subject to availability of funds. So, kung mawala na ng gana yung gagawin mo, you're forced to finance it yourself. Kasi, kaysa naman mawala ng gana yung partner mo, sabihin, you're all promises, wala ka namang ginagawa. So, it's a combination. Depende.
Okay, there's a follow-up on the divorce bill. What is it in it that's appalling to you?
No
What
naman,
would you
kasi
like
tayo, siguro mas conservative tayo and natatakot tayo na if there's a divorce bill, magkaaway lang ng konti, nag-divorce na. Parang yung ganun. Parang hindi tinatry to make it, to work it out yung mga problems. Minsan yun ang nagiging problema. It's so easy that they do it as if they're changing
changing clothes.
And it's bad for the children, I think. It's bad for the family, the children.
Okay,
So-
we're at
Kasi
12
siguro
o'clock.
ako happy marriage, kaya hindi ako masyado.
Basta hopefully, ano na kayo, your social media presence is going to be there
Ay,
permanently.
I'm not big, I might not be good, but I'm very responsive.
But permanent hope. Kasi
Oo,
yun ang
yeah.
important sa amin. that
No.
we
I
keep
promise
on
that I
engaging.
can promise
Keep on
you.
engaging.
Basta may kilala ako at nag-note sa akin, sinasagot ko lahat yan. I'm very good, masyado nga akong conscious sa ganun.
Sige po.
Baka we can have like one last question before we, meron pa ba? Or are we okay na to
I
wrap?
will stop the live stream.
Can you still refer to your contact
accommodation, yung mga sick kids,